Hi, Epic! Welcome to Math Talk. Now, last week we talked a lot about angles and the different types of angles. Today, my challenge for you is going to be to go around your home and try to find as many angles as you can. Now, before we go off and do that, I think it'll be nice to review the different type of angles that we talked about so that it's fresh in our minds. So, we had acute angles, which were less than 90 degrees. We had right angles, which are always exactly 90 degrees. We had obtuse angles, which are between 90 degrees and 180 degrees, right? Remember? Cool. And then we had straight angles, which always measure to 180 degrees. Then we had reflex angles. And reflex angles are more than 180 degrees, but less than 360 degrees. We also discussed complementary angles, which are multiple angles that add up to 90 degrees. Then we discussed supplementary angles, which are multiple angles that add up to 180 degrees. So, when I go around my home searching for angles, I'm going to check my work by using one of these. Now, I do not expect all of you to have one of these at home, so it is 1000% okay if you're not going to use one. We'll talk about that in a moment. But before we move on, I wanted to take just a minute to talk about this tool and how to use it. This is a protractor. A protractor is a tool that mathematicians use to measure angles. Let's take a look at the angle that I drew on the board behind me and measure it in degrees. First thing I'm going to do is make sure that one of the lines on the angle is lined up with the bottom of the protractor. So not like this, not like this, lined up perfectly with the bottom of the protractor. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that this little dot, I know it's kind of hard to see on camera, but there's a little dot in the middle of the protractor that needs to be right on top of the vertex, or where the lines meet. So, dot on the vertex, lined up with the bottom of the protractor. There's a line right here where I can line it up. Now I'm ready to measure. So I can see that this is 0 degrees, 10, 20, 30. Our line is exactly on the 35-degree mark on the protractor. So I know that this is a 35-degree angle. Now, if you do not have a protractor at home, it's absolutely okay. You are still going to be able to identify the difference between an acute angle, a right angle, an obtuse angle, and a straight angle just by using your eyes. So I'm looking here at this shelf that's full of plants, because of course it is. What else would a shelf in my house be full of? And I'm looking at this angle right here, or the space between these two lines that meet here. Before I even measure it, what do you guys think it is? Let's see what the protractor says. Okay, I'm going to line it up exactly with the bottom and make sure it's exactly at the vertex. And look at that! It is exactly 90 degrees, which means that this is a right angle. Thanks, plants! Oh boy, guys, we're looking at another plant, but you know what? It made me think about this angle here between these two strings holding up this plant pot. Do we think this is more or less than a right angle? Let me measure it. And it measures right around 70 degrees. And I can just tell by looking at it, it is thinner than a right angle. This, boop, boop, is an acute angle. Aww. Alright, Epic, so I'm over here taking a look at my bookshelf and I see tons of angles right here. But the one I want us to focus on right now is this and this. So, if this is a line segment, and this is a line segment, and this is a line segment, and they all meet up right here at this vertex, then I see 1, 2 angles that add up to 180 degrees. In other words, I see a supplementary angle. Alright, Epic, so you just saw that I was able to walk around my home and find 3 different types of angles. I found a right angle, an acute angle, and supplementary angles. That is exactly what I would like you to do right now. I want you to walk around your home or wherever you happen to be on this wonderful day, and I want you to identify 3 different types of angles. Please note that I did not say 3 of the same kind of angles. I said 3 different types of angles. It makes the challenge just a bit more difficult, but I know that you're up for it. I believe in you. You guys have been doing such a great job on this unit. So, go ahead and find those angles. Record yourself showing them off. I cannot wait to head on over to Flipgrid to see what you guys come up with. And remember, be safe, exercise that bubblegum brain, and as always, have fun with it. I'll see you on Flipgrid.